Invention of Shoes by Rabindranath Tagore.
Said good King Obu to Minister Gobu,
I've pondered all night. Is it just that whenever my feet should land on the street, they come to be sullied by dust? Your wages you draw, but you don't care a straw to serve the demands of the king. It's a rank plot to foil me, my own soil to soil me. I simply won't stand such a thing. Unless you can find a solution, you're all doomed to swift dissolution.
the terrified minister at these words sinister broke into cold sweat with fright. The pundits grew pale, and the courtiers once hale lay sleeplessly tossing all night. In the minister's home there was weeping and gloom. The fires in the kitchen grew cold, till crazed with fears, his beard drenched in tears, he fell at the king's feet and told,
But how can we live if denied the dust from your feet sanctified?
That's a question indeed.
King Obu agreed.
But maybe you should come after Mass. We need to discourse on this problem of yours, but meanwhile, get rid of the dust. You're getting good money. I don't think it funny. You can't tackle problems like these. There seems little point why I should appoint these scientists with long degrees. So deal with the first things first, or else be prepared for the worst.
Thus royally chided, poor Gobu decided to call the wise men of the land. Each subtle mechanic was summoned in panic. They studied and brooded and scanned. With spectacles perched on the nose, they researched as they took 19 barrels of snuff. Then warned, if the crust of the earth lost its dust, you couldn't grow food grains enough.
Why, what are you wise men worth?
Said the king.
Can't you tackle the dearth?
After some more discussion, they found a solution, which was to buy millions of brooms. The king couldn't breathe, for the dust from the street was driven right into his room. The people that passed were blinded with dust. They coughed and they sneezed in a daze. The dust floated down and wailed all the town. The sun disappeared in the haze. The king remarked, now really saw.
To clear the dust, they've added more.
So to douse down the earth and settle the dirt, some 2 million watermen came. They drained all the lakes to fill water bags, and boats couldn't sail on the stream. The water beasts died as their element dried, while land beasts struggled to swim. All business was stuck in the slime and the muck, and fever attacked every limb. The king said,
This army of asses has turned all the dust to morasses.
So they held more talk, and from every walk the wise men came to attend. With reeling eyes and dazed surmise, they found of the dust no end. One man had a thought to lay out cloth, or cover the land with mats, or day and night to shut up tight the chamber where the king sat. If they kept him enclosed all the time, his feet couldn't land in the grime. Said the king,
That's neat. It would guard my feet, but how could I govern my realm? If I'm shut in a room, the land meets its doom. I must have my hand on the helm.
So they spoke again.
Call the leathermen to sew up the earth in a sack. 'Twill make a great story to his majesty's glory, and hold all the dust right back. A simple device, if we can, just find out a smart leather man.
For such leatherware they looked everywhere, abandoning all other chores. But no craftsman found, nor heights to go round, even after they knocked on all doors. But just at this while there rose with a smile the leatherman's grizzled old chief.
My lord, please permit that I may submit a measure to bring you relief. The whole earth you needn't ensheath. Just cover your own 2 feet. Pooh, were it so easy, we wouldn't be busy
The king said.
pursuing our mission.
Let him be impaled.
The minister railed.
or bind him and throw him in prison.
But the old man sat down at the foot of the throne, and in leather the royal feet dress.
Why?
Gobu now said,
This was in my head, but how could the blighter have guessed?
and that is how shoes were invented. The